So I just want to do a quick video on things that was recently done on my Maserati before buying the car, things that I've had to do and things that I've got to do in the future. So things that have been done recently before I bought it, so they've had new rear disc brakes and pads, they've done the rear suspension and new like tyres all the way around, so that's what they've done. But what I've done to it is the first major one was the battery. So I've done like the battery, which is brand new. That was quite a bit of money. Also I've done the alternator, which is also a lot of money, which is there. So it's like a brand new alternator, new belt, if I can focus it. And I've got to do some other bits, like, so refurb these, because this one's really bad. I think two of them might be alright, it's just two look quite bad, so they need to be refurbed. One of the badges, so one of these badges has come off, which is from car wash. See, sprayed it, it's all gone now. So yeah, the wrap needs doing as well, because on the driver's side it's all coming off. Well, it's all scratched on this side, but on the driver's side it's all coming off. But that's more like a visual thing rather than stuff that I need to do to it. So stuff that I actually need to do to it is, oh, and also this as well actually. See, this is all peeling off like the tint. But that's something I could do at a later date. But stuff that I need to do is the manual boot cable, which I've had to get it fixed. They've put all the carpet back now as well, because this was all like off. I mean, so it looks better than what it was. So yeah, so they've attached it because I couldn't actually pull it, but now it works. So that's been done. Also, this needs to be done because the cable's snapped. That's going to be quite a lot of money to fix. I think like about £400 in total. Oh, the door. This is all like, it's got a gap here, as you see. I think it's where they've done like the wrap and they haven't put it back properly, like the side skirts, and it's all like there, and it leaks like down here because the window doesn't shut properly. So that needs to be done. And I think everything's good there. Oh, the exhausts, they have got valves in these, which I didn't actually know, but they've actually stuck. They're stuck open, which isn't actually a big problem for me, because being stuck open actually, well, makes it louder all the time. But it's annoying when you're getting home and it's loud, especially if I want to make it louder. I can't shut the valves, so that's a problem. So I might have to get them fixed at one point. But that's everything that I need to be fixed on the outside. But also, there is a warning light as well, actually, to do with the headlights. So that might be an expensive job. And then inside, if I jump in, inside's not too bad. It's pretty much alright actually. The only thing that I need to really fix is probably like these sticky buttons, but I said that's not like a major thing at the moment. So it doesn't need to be done right now. It's just the warning light is annoying me. So I don't know if you can see it when it's just going on like this. I'll turn it on. See that light there? It's constantly flashing all the time. It's the only annoying thing about it, so I've got to get that sorted out. It's to do with like the height adjusting of like the headlights, so it doesn't blind oncoming traffic. So yeah, I need to get that sorted. This needs to be sorted because that's coming off. This is new, but they've obviously, because on the invoice it's new, so but it's not on properly. Look, because it's all like, if I focus, it's all a bit flimsy. This one's fine. It works. It's just this is a bit, I don't know, it's just a bit flimsy. So I need to get that sorted. Seat belts as well. They're quite loose. They don't really like go back properly. The headliner is dropping a little bit, so it might need doing soon. But these are things that are like visually and things that don't need to be done straight away. So I'm just going to talk about what is actually like urgent, basically like an MOT failure, or that generally that there could be an issue with the car. So let's go for a drive and I'll talk about what I've done to it that needed to be urgently repaired, and what needs to be done that's still quite an expensive job. Right, so let's go for a drive then. We'll talk about the stuff that needed doing urgently. When I say stuff that needs doing, I mean like mechanically, not little things like, oh, the tin's coming off or the rack needs doing, all that sort of stuff. That needs doing eventually, but I'm gonna talk about the main stuff. I mean, refurb as well on the alloys, you don't need to do it like straight away. So yeah, so we'll talk about what needed to be done. So basically from day one, well actually before day one, they had to do like the brake discs, brake pads, the rear suspension and tyres. So that's obviously, it needs to be done. But that's what they done. So let's talk about what I needed to do in the 3 weeks that I've owned the car. So yeah, I've only owned it 3 weeks. On day one there was problems. Day one I broke down 5 times because the battery needed replacing. Also the battery cable was loose as well, so it like wasn't tightening up properly. But anyway, so I had to buy like a new battery. They put in the wrong one, so I had to buy like another one. I got the money back, which is £122. They just took it off the battery basically, which is nice of them. Yeah, so I had to buy a battery, which was like nearly £300, and then I had to buy I had to sort out the car because it broke down like 5 times, which it needed a new alternator. So alternator, which was £912 for Maserati, but I got one for £500 because you don't have to always do what Maserati tells you to do. So I've done that. That was like, you needed a bell, the alternator bell, you needed the water pump auxiliary bell, and with the work done. So that's like £1,100. They paid for half of it because they felt bad, like the people who sold me the car. So they paid for half, but £1,100 job anyway. And then I had to get the coolant done because it hadn't been done for a while. I had to get other little bits done, like the brake fluids, hydraulic power steering fluid needed doing. I needed to get things checked over, like the headlight thing, like to see what was wrong with it, but they couldn't find out because their machine doesn't do it. I mean, my machines are meant to be for Maseratis, but it says there's nothing wrong with the car, but it's still flashing, so I'm not sure. I erased it for a little while, but it's still on there, so I'm not sure why. Yeah, so I've done that. So that cost quite a bit. That was like, so like coolant and everything, it was like £187, and then you had like the other bill, which was £300, I think it was. Like to do like brake fluid, the hydraulic power steering, and just to get it checked over basically, do the boot cable and that stuff, etc. And then I need to do the fuel filter because it's probably been done. I mean, Maserati probably did do it, like, because they go to like, not necessarily Maserati, but Maserati specialist. Every 2 years or a year, it's got the stamp in it by either like Maserati or like Mercedes or someone that's like knows about these cars. That's what it's got in the service history book. So they might not necessarily have gone to a Maserati specialist every time, but they've got a stamp in it from someone. But yeah, so they might have done it. I mean, Maserati recommend to do it every year or every 12,500 miles. I'm not sure why, because the fuel pump filter, if you do it on a normal car, I think my dad said that he's got to do his one soon. I think it's like £11 to do your fuel pump filter, which is ridiculous. Mine isn't that. You can't just get the filter. If you could just get the filter, it'll probably still be like £70 or £100 because it's Maserati, but you need to get the full fin. You need to get the full, I think it's like the pump or something, I'm not sure exactly what you need, but you need like the full fin. So that's £550 for the part, 3-hour job labour, so you're looking at over £750 to get this filter that Maserati recommend to do every year, which I'm not sure that is actually true. I mean, I don't think it needs to do it every year, but with normal cars it says like every 30,000 to 60,000 miles, so it probably needs to be done, but not every year. Maybe like every 5 years years or something like that. Or if I really wanted to look after it, I'll maybe do it every like major service. When I do like every 2 years, I want to go to like a Maserati specialist and do like a major service. That's the plan anyway. Let me just sort his camera out because it's a little bit tilted. This is the only thing I don't like about his camera. It never stays where you want it. There you go. But yeah, basically that's a £750 job that I have to do eventually, but not right now. So it's all good. The next thing I do is a major one actually. So the door cable quickly, we talk about that. That was £191 for the cable alone, but they couldn't get any parts in the UK. So if you've got a Maserati, you have trouble with this. You won't get parts like in the UK like often. So one, you have to go to like Italy or somewhere, and two, you're paying more for it, and three, you'd probably be waiting a while. So I booked it like when I've got the car base, so near the end of July. I've got to wait till end of September, so like 2 months to get it done. But they had to get it from Italy, so it's actually was £237 or something for this cable, and plus the work, I think it's gonna be like over £400 just to fit that. So that needs doing. And then we'll talk about like the major thing that needs doing like urgently. I don't know how it's passed the MOT, because the MOT had like passed like no advisories in March, and they haven't driven it much. They've driven it another like 20 miles or 30 miles or something like that. So I don't know how it's passed, but there was an invoice which is the day after, so I'm not sure what happened there, to say that there's a weak battery and weak parking brake shoes. And he's like, when I broke down, he's like, oh, I don't know why you broke down, like the battery and all this sort of stuff, and this clicking sound you're getting. But you know it, because in the invoice it says like weak battery, weak parking shoes, needs replacing, basically. So I don't know how it's passed the MOT. But and the mechanic told me that I need to get it done ASAP because it's actually really bad. So I don't know how the hell it's passed, but I suppose it's where he's an ex-dealer, like he's probably done his own MOT. I'm not sure, but anyway. So yeah, so I've got one major one that I've got to get done. I'm booked in for Wednesday, so next week, so in like 6 days time I'm booked in. But it's the biggest build that I've had to do so far, and it literally is so. I was quite surprised with it actually. So basically, the parking brake shoes is not just like just the shoes. You can't just do just that. You've got to do like a kit. So you've got to get like everything else done, the springs, something else. I'm not sure what it is. Some other like cables maybe. So that's fine. I think with the work as well, I think it comes to like 700 and something pounds. But the one that really hit me was the handbrake cables. They're £300 each, and I was like, each? I was like, isn't it just the one? He's like, no, you need two of them. I was like, oh fucking hell, so £600 just for the parts of this handbrake like to be sorted, and that's without the work being done. So basically, for like the parking brake shoes and like the cables, I mean, I don't really need them because you're not meant to put your like the handbrake up. I mean, I'll put it in park, so that needs to be done. So because there's a lot of play, and if you're on a hill especially, and your gearbox fails, then you're fucked. So that needs to be done. So I thought I'll just do that. But then the guy said that he won't do it until he does like the handbrake cables as well, because he said he's not going to risk it, because as soon as he takes off all the back, I think he said you've got to take off the drums and everything. So he said that where the cables need replacing, they might rip because they're quite bad. So he said then you'd be fucked. So basically he says you need to do the whole thing. So I was like, oh okay, so I've got to do the whole thing. So to do just like the parking brake shoes and your handbrake cables with the work, you're looking at £1,500. So that's a big hit. So basically I've only had this car for 3 weeks. I've spent on like the maintenance that needed doing and like the other bits, £3,000 odd pounds, like over £3,000, nearly £3,500. I think it works out to be about £3,300 or something, but nearly £3,500 in 3 weeks is a lot. But I'm still quitting. I mean, these cars for the mileage, you're looking at 20 grand. I got it for 15 grand, so I knew I had to spend some money on it. So even spending 3.5 grand, I'm still like £1,500 like cheaper than what it normally is for this car. Plus it's had loads done to it as well, like the brakes, the discs, like the pads, the suspension. That's pretty like £1,000 or £2,000. And then you're thinking like the wraps, that's like £5,500 for the wrap. Other little bits they've done to it. So a car that's been well looked after with full history, the work that it's had done, all the stuff that it's just been done, you're probably looking at, it probably would be worth about 23 grand or something, you know, or around that sort of price is probably what you would think. So I mean, I'm still like, what, about 18 and a half. Yes, like the fuel pump needs doing eventually, so you know, so that's like, say like 20 grand. Even if I spend 20 grand on it, I'm still like 3 grand like below what it should be worth. I know a lot of the times what you do to the car doesn't really add value to it, but you think, well, it's got to be like a point to where you think, well, I don't have to do like the brakes no more. Oh yeah, like my new tyres as well. So yeah, it's done quite a bit done to it. So I've probably like saved myself 3 grand in other stuff as well, and got it for like what I wanted it for. Like even if I spent 20 grand on it, like, you know, it's still good. I mean, it's had lots done to it. So basically the main thing is that, and plus I know what I've done to it as well and what's been done to it. So I could get a car that's like 20 grand and then get loads of problems with it. So technically I know what's been done, I know the service history is there, I know what I've done to it, and I've replaced a lot of stuff that need doing around the 60,000 mark anyway, which means that I probably won't have to do anything else to it for a long time. So I know it's been done, and the car's golden basically. I mean, like engine wise, hopefully anyway, touch wood. But yeah, so yes, it hurts your wallet knowing that, oh god, I've got to spend like 3 grand. I've only had it for like 3 weeks. What the fuck's going on? Like £1 grand a week basically. Like, is it going to be like this all the time? No, I mean, obviously a lot of stuff needs doing to it eventually, and once you've done it, you're sorted. So, and then you can just sit back and relax, and then enjoy the car for like another 60,000 miles until it needs doing again. But at least you don't have to worry about things. But the only other thing I have to worry about would be like, oh, is the gearbox going to go, or will I get like an oil leak and then like a blown head gasket or something? I mean, they're quite expensive. But as long as I service it regularly and look after it and keep it charged and all that sort of stuff, I should be alright. I mean, touch wood, but yeah, so obviously you're going to have problems with any car. I mean, my dad had problems with the EGR valve. He thought he only had one, and he had 2 apparently. So like, he had to get that one done, and the engine warning light came on again, and then he was like, what? And then he had to get the second one done. So that cost him over 2 grand, and that's just a Skoda. So yes, cars are expensive no matter what the make. I mean, yes, Maserati are pretty more expensive for parts, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to cost you shitloads of money compared to other cars. I mean, a Skoda my dad's got, and you think, well, you just spent 2 grand on your car. So it's just at the age that you need to do stuff is around like the 60,000, 70,000 mark. Yeah, so if you're looking for like a Maserati, make sure that you get it checked out by a specialist first, which I didn't do. I should have done it. But anyway, so get that done first. Make sure it's got full service history. Make sure it's got low owners as well. I mean, I thought mine had low owners, but it hasn't. See, they had to go at me like, because I was trying to sell my car, and it pisses me off when dealers, oh yeah, this needs doing to it, oh your alloys need doing to it, oh you've got a sport exhaust, I need to replace that, and they knock it down. Eventually, like, they knocked off about, I don't know, 2 grand less to what I actually wanted it for. And then they're like, oh, you've got 7 owners on this one, or that's a bit funny, isn't it? Like, 7 owners, why is that then? You know, like, is everything's wrong with this car? And then I just looked at my thing, and it said that there's 6 owners on the Maserati, yeah? And I'm the 7th owner, so, and plus there's loads doing to this. I mean, I did say, oh, like the alloys need refurbished, like they said about mine. Oh, the door handles are busted, and then obviously like the battery fucked up, the alternator fucked up, the parking, braking shoes and the handbrake need doing. There's other bits that need doing, so basically like $3.5 grand, and then like your fuel and everything else. So basically $4.5 grand needs spending on this, but they didn't knock off $4.5 grand. But in all fairness, they did basically knock it off, as in like it was up for 15 grand. So technically this should have been up for about 20 grand is what it should have been up for. So I can't really complain. I can't really say, oh, knock it off and like sell it to me for like 11 grand, because that would be ridiculous. I mean, you can't get it that cheap, especially for this like kind of mileage and how well it's been looked after. I mean, quality wise, inside and outside, like it's really well looked after. I mean, yes, it's old now, so you're gonna have some scratch marks and that, but the wrap's in really good condition, so you wouldn't think it was wrapped. Obviously, yes, the wing mirror needs to just be redone because it's starting to peel off. But apart from that, like everyone said, how good it looks, like the quality. I mean, you've got to think this is like a 15-year-old car, but it's only done like, well, now it's done 64,000 miles because I've been driving a lot in a month. It wasn't 62,500, I think, so I've done about 1,600 odd. Like 3.5 weeks. So obviously you do when you first get a car, especially a Maserati with this. I've never had a V8 before, and to have your first V8 to be this V8, which is meant to be the best sounding V8 ever, it's quite a big jump. Like I would have hated to like say just get my first V8, say like I don't know, like a Jag, just like an old Jag. I mean, they sound okay, or like an Aston Martin Vantage, they sound okay but they're quite quiet. But to go into this, it is like a big leap. So I'm quite impressed. Oh, the wing mirror's shaking. I'm not sure if it's just getting loose or if that's just a thing with Maseratis, but I noticed the passenger side is not doing it. So I think I might have to sort of look into that. The headlight thing as well. Apparently, if it's not just the sensor, it's the wiring in the headlight and all sorts of stuff. You've got to replace the whole headlight, which means that I think that's like $1 grand just to get the headlight. I think there's ways around things though. I mean, you don't always have to buy like the whole part, and if you do, you can get it cheaper. You don't have to always go with Maserati. You just go on eBay or something, but make sure you're getting the correct parts, because a lot of people don't do refunds either, which is annoying. Or mechanics won't replace it unless they know what's going into it as well, which is like my one. I mean, they do let you do it, but they're a bit wary about it, and if they try to fit it and it doesn't fit because you've opened it all up, you can't get like a refund. So yeah, so you can't get a refund on like the car parts that you ordered because you've opened up all the packaging. But that's just the way it is, unfortunately. What can you do? But yeah, so hopefully this is the last thing I've got to do to the car for a while. I'll probably do a full service history soon, like maybe like Christmas time. Go to like a Maserati specialist, because there is one that's quite close to me, so it's not too bad. Just hopefully they haven't charged you a stupid amount of money, and get it all checked out. Oh, the underneath's been checked out as well, so they've done like the checks where they check these can corrode like underneath. So you've got to get it checked every now and then. I think the last time it was checked was about 2 years ago, so you should really get it checked like every 2 years, just in case, because you don't want to get to the point where it gets so bad that you would start having to buy new bits like the frame or something, and then you're talking stupid amount of money. It's hot today, I tell you that. But yeah, so that's just the things that have broken on it or need replacing, things that I've done to it, things that have been done to it, things that need doing to it. So yeah, $3.5 grand in 3 weeks is a lot, but hopefully I've done like the main bits, and hopefully you should start seeing that drop and thinking, oh, I haven't done a big job in a while, and it would just be the petrol that I need to do, because obviously, you know, you've got to keep up with the petrol. I mean, that's the only thing that's going to cost you a lot if you're driving around, but hopefully there's no more issues that need actually doing. I mean, I've got no real warning lights as such, just apart from the headlight one, but my scanner is saying that there's nothing wrong with it, so I'm hoping it's just like a glitch. I mean, I've got it taken off before when I've done like reset code, so I'm hoping it will sort itself out. But yeah, I just have to see what happens with that. But as I said, it's not a major thing at the moment. I just need to get that rear sorted out, the parking brake shoes and the handbrake, because that's what's can be basically like, one, an MOT failure, and two, it could like cause issues, dangerous issues actually. So it needs to get sorted out, just especially when it comes to your brakes or like anything to do with brakes, really, and suspension. You need to be careful. Like even if you need like pads and like, oh, I'd get it done eventually. Don't let them wear it down to the point that it's like onto the metal. You've got to think about your safety. Otherwise, if you can't afford it, why did you get the car? And two, if you don't want to get it repaired, then don't drive it. Simple as. It's just a way to really look at it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video on things that have gone like, well, not wrong as such, but need repairing. I haven't enjoyed this video because it's hurting my wallet. So saying all the things that I need to do and how much it's going to cost me, it's not a nice video to make. But I just thought I'd share what it's like to own one of these vehicles and what it can cost. You've got to think that even little things that you don't think is going to cost you a lot of money, it will cost you a lot of money. So you just need to be like really like mindful, careful with your money, like save up, think, right, if I'm getting this car for like 15-20 grand, I need to make sure that I've got money in the bank. If I was you, I would probably save up at least half of what the car's worth. Whatever car you get, halve it and add that in there for anything going wrong with it. So I mean, if you're getting to get like, you know, like 200 grand like Ferrari or Lamborghini, you can't expect to have nothing in your bank at all. I mean, you're probably gonna have like issues, you know what I mean? Like even old Ferraris that are like, you can get them for like 60 grand now. Yes, it seems very interesting. Oh, it's 60 grand, I can get a Ferrari, they're quite cheap. You know, it's not just going to be 60 grand. I guarantee you have problems in the first month that are going to cost you probably like 20 grand to fucking fix. So you need to have money in the bank. With the Maserati, I would say if you're going for ones like 15-20 grand, I would say at least have 5 grand in the bank, at least, if not 10. But minimum 5 grand, because they're not just for parts, it's for your petrol and everything as well. So and make sure that you can actually earn, like you've got like enough money a month. Don't just think like, oh, I'm earning like 30 grand a year or something. That would do you, because you're probably need to earn more than 30 grand a year to drive one of these. Yes, if you don't earn 30 grand a year, you can probably drive one of these for about 6 months, and then I would say get rid of it because you won't be able to afford it. And that's why I buy these cars. The sounds, the looks, and the attention. Because it is. So that kid's like, oh. Yeah, it gets a lot of attention. So yeah, so just be mindful of the money. These can be money pits. These, you might get a good one, you might not. Just make sure you got money in the bank, because I guarantee you're going to have problems and you're going to go to a mechanic and not realise how much things are. You're going to think, oh, this needs doing. Oh, that'd be alright. I'll just do like, oh, it just needs brake disc. The front brake disc needs doing. That'd be like £50 or something. No, unfortunately, I think for the front disc brakes they're about £450 and £460, and I think, if I'm correct, I think that might be each. If you get the MC Stradale, they're a lot more. They're about 12 grand. Not sure if that's for the pair, or again, that might be each, because they're carbon ceramic. So if you're going to get one, I would probably recommend not getting the MC Stradale, because they cost a lot more in parts, just because it's the MC, because a lot of it's like carbon. So you're going to be spending a hell of a lot more money for something that's not actually much better. So I would say go for the S or the Sport, because they got a nicer body kit, a bit newer, nicer inside I think as well. But yeah, just watch that wallet.